English Home Language, Term 1, Prepared Reading Assessment, 1 February 2021, Grade 4. My disclaimer. The work to be done during this PowerPoint and video presentation covers the work for the Prepared Reading Assessment intended for Grade 4 English Home Language by Ms. Lizelle Wilkinson. All information is original content. If you have any questions, please ask your parent and/or caregiver to send me an email on teacherlizelle@gmail.com, or you may send me a WhatsApp message on 079 751 2777. Welcome, Grade 4s. Welcome to Grade 4 English Home Language with me, Ms. Lizelle. Today we will look at prepared reading. Prepared reading. When you are going to do a prepared reading, practice makes perfect. Practice is the act of rehearsing something over and over, again and again, for the purpose of improving or mastering it. Practice reading it aloud, making sure that you read loudly enough. Read with as much expression as you can. Vary your tone and pace and stress certain important words. Project your voice. Use eye contact so that you are communicating with your audience. When you look up, place your finger over the next word so that you don't lose your place. Use punctuation marks to help you pace your reading and to assist you with your expression. Remember to use body language to show the audience that you are interested in the passage you are reading. Prepared reading. On the 1st of February 2021, we will start with a formal assessment for Term 1. The first assessment for English Home Language is Prepared Reading. On the next page, you will find the story The Skeleton Key that you need to prepare. You can listen to your teacher and follow the story to get the correct pronunciation of the words. Also, look at the rubric at the last page of this video. A rubric is the tool the teacher will use to assess you on your prepared reading. If you feel that you are well prepared, read your story to your family members and ask them for feedback. Extra activity just for fun. Complete the questions to see if you understand what you have read. This is called a reading comprehension. The Skeleton Key by Kelly Hashway. Eric rang his grandparents' doorbell and silently wished the next 4 hours would go by quickly. He didn't want to give up his entire Sunday afternoon at his grandparents' house, where there were no kids in the neighborhood. "You're right on time," Grandma Bethany said, opening the door. "There's tea and cake in the dining room." Cake! At least the first 10 minutes would go by quickly. Eric hung his coat on the rock by the door and saw a strange-looking key hanging on a hook. "Grandpa Bill, what is this funny key for?" "That is a skeleton key. It opens the best room in this house," Grandpa Bill whispered, so that no one else could hear. "It's the room I go to when your grandmother tries to make me help with the dishes." "What's so special about the room?" Eric asked. "It's a game room," Grandpa Bill said. "Take the key and see if you can find the room by the time I finish my tea." Eric grabbed the key and stared at it. A skeleton key? It looks old. Eric decided the oldest things in the house were probably upstairs in the walk-up attic. He headed past the dining room and onto the stairs. Grandpa Bill sipped his tea and shook his head. Eric knew what that meant, that he was going the wrong way. He headed back to the front door where he found the key. Eric thought about the oldest part of the house. The basement! It's the first part that's built. He rushed down to the basement door and looked at the lock. It was different from a normal lock. He slipped the key inside and turned it. With a click, the door opened. Eric switched on the light and walked down the stairs. The basement was one giant room with a pool table in the middle and a dartboard on the far wall. Awesome, Eric said. Ever learn to play pool? Grandpa Bill asked, coming down the stairs. No, said Eric. Well then, grab a cue from the rack and I will teach you. Eric smiled. The next 4 hours was going to fly by. The questions on this page are meant to entertain you for a couple of minutes. You do not need to answer these books in your writing book. Question 1. What is the setting of the story? Tell where and when the story takes place. Question 2. Why didn't Eric want to visit his grandparents' house at the beginning of the story? Question 3. Grandpa told Eric that the skeleton key opened a trunk with secrets, B, the basement door, C, the attic door, or D, a game room. Question 4. Why did Eric think the key would open the attic door? Now try this. On a sheet of lined paper, write a continuation of the story. Tell what happens from the time Eric starts playing pool to the time he leaves. Well done. I want to leave you with a quote from Dr. Seuss. The more you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. Remember what I always tell you? Knowledge is power.